Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kemando, and I'm going to be doing a video review for the first time, and it's going to be of Prince of Persia for the Xbox 360, 2008, and it's for PS3 and other stuff too. Now, first off, I'm going to talk about the graphics. The graphics are phenomenal, revolutionary. They're so awesome. They're original, and they're very beautiful. They're like the best graphics ever. The character designs and the animations of like combos and movements, it flows very nicely, and they are spectacular. The scenery is fucking amazing. Hardly any glitches or popping textures. When you go through corrupted lands and stuff like that, the areas look fantastic. All the areas look fantastic. But the best thing you will see is the first time you heal a corrupted land to like a peaceful paradise. I give the graphics a solid 10. Okay, so let's move on to the gameplay here. The gameplay is awesome, but you may not like it. There's more platforming than there is combat. And usually the combat is pretty good. There's tons of combos to perform in the combat using Elika, your gauntlet, your sword, or a combination of the three. During the game, you will also have to find these items called light seeds. Parentheses, air quotes, whatever. These can only be attained in an area that has been healed from corruption that is spread across the land. These seeds allow you to gain access to magical abilities that allow you to get to new areas to heal. And so you heal them, and then the light seeds show up everywhere. The game overall will take you about 12 hours, 12 and a half hours, 13 hours, just speeding through it, just playing through. But, you know, if you take the time to collect all the light seeds, get the achievements, stuff like that, it'll probably take you around 16, 17, 18 hours. But what really, in my opinion, is the greatest thing about this game is the story. The story is awesome. And, but gameplay, solid 8.5. Now, there's a new prince, so Sands of Time is over, so it's a different story. So basically, the game starts you off, you're in a tomb, and you're like a thief, and you lost your donkey in a sandstorm that had tons of gold on it. So you begin to look for your donkey in the desert after the sandstorm passes. While searching, you fall down a hole, and a girl named Elika, who just so happens to be a princess of a kingdom, runs into you, just smacks into you, and you both fall over. And she's running away from these guards or whatnot, whatever. And from this point on, you get involved in this massive plot of this god named Ahriman trying to escape from his eternal prison. In doing so, he turns the entire land into a corrupted shadow. So after the god is set free, you have to spend your hours healing all these lands called fertile grounds to stop this evil god from getting free and wreaking havoc upon the world. Now, that's a big task. That's like major duty. I said duty. You discover that this Elika chick is magical, and she can do magic, and can do these things, these light magic. She can heal the corrupted areas through these fertile grounds. The story kept me wanting to play more and more and more. The game, and it reels you in like a fishbowl. It's like awesome. I give the story a 10 out of 10. It's all out of 10. Another shining point of this game is the dialogue. Now, the dialogue is filled with witty remarks and arguments between Elika and the prince. You can get into dialogue through the left trigger button. You can talk whenever, and sometimes you get into conversation, sometimes you just talk about your donkey. The dialogue is great, from talk of the past, or talk of bad luck, or random shit, and random conversations with Elika that you learn about her backstory, what the kingdom used to be like, and basically it's like a backstory for the whole game. And so yeah, through the dialogue you soon find that your character, the prince, who's not really a prince, I don't know why it's called Prince of Persia, but you're not really a prince, begins to have a liking for her, and a bond starts to grow between you and Elika as you get more and more conversation throughout the story. After you beat like final bosses and heal areas, you get into like these conversations. You don't have to listen. You don't have to hit left trigger to talk, but I like to. So I give the dialogue a solid 9.5 out of 10. Now the enemies. Throughout, this will not count towards the rating of the game. This is just some stuff I want to say about the enemies. Throughout the game, you will face about 8 different types of enemies. 5 being bosses you'll have to fight numerous amounts of times. And the random enemies will always spawn in the same locations. You can defeat them easily by getting them up against a wall or off a ledge. Bosses, not so easy. But bosses are pretty fun to fight, not gonna lie. Doing these massive combos, they're really good at blocking attacks though, so you might want to watch out for them. The bosses have like they can rape you if you're not careful. And when a boss gets you down, there's always like this quick time event, and it's usually pretty easy. It's really hard to die. Like, no, let me rephrase that. You can't die. Elika saves your ass all the time. Usually when you die, it's not you dying, you just go back and then the enemy gains a little bit of health. Whatever. My overall rating of this game is a solid 9.5 out of 10. So this game is amazing. A great rental if you have the time. If you don't have much time with all those other games out, rent it. But if you're a very big fan of the Prince of Persia games, buy this for a great platforming combat fix. It's like Prince of Persia crack. So, yeah, 9.5. Thanks for watching my review, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.